When was the last time that you were grateful that you're breathing? When was the last time that you were grateful that you can hear? When was the last time that you're grateful that you have hands that you can type or that you can write or that you can pick things up? What's up, guys? Welcome to another podcast episode on the Luke Mind Power Podcast. How you doing? Hope you're doing amazing. Are you guys ready for London, 2nd of November? Unlock Your Greatness live conference. Can't wait to see you all there. Been preparing this since August 2024, so it's a long time coming, but as normal in everybody's life, time flies. And before you know it, it's the end of the year. Before you know it, it's next year. Before you know it, it's 2026. So don't delay on your dreams, man. Whatever you want to manifest, whatever you want to work on, whatever you want to achieve, take action, because time literally doesn't give a shit about you. It freaking flies. So if you do want to join us, guys, virtual tickets are available. Also, in-person tickets are available. Click the link in the description below on YouTube. And if you're watching on any other social platform, you'll be able to click the link in my profiles, and you'll find the ticket link there as well. So Unlock Your Greatness is going to be an absolutely amazing conference. And I was just sharing, because I was on Facebook and I was just kind of sharing with people what to expect. And let me tell you, I'll tell you what to expect. If you want healing and transformation and you want to overcome your fears or doubts or trauma, this is the place to be. The amount of positive energy that's going to be there, the exercises I'm going to take you through, the workshops I'm going to take you through, there will be crying, there will be emotions, it will be out of your comfort zone, but that's where you grow. And I got to tell you, I remember Sydney, and there was one exercise that I took people through, and legit, I wouldn't say I was crying, but like I was choking up. Like, it's very hard for me to cry, to be honest. But when I take people through these exercises that I work through in person, especially when you're there in person, it's very emotional. And when I hear people crying as well and getting emotional when I'm taking them through the steps, energy is contagious. So I feel people's energy. So I also feel very emotional. And that's part of a lot of our human nature, that we tend to copy each other in a sense. I know that some people can go, oh, I don't like if someone's crying or whatever, it's like, doesn't affect me, but like, I mean, I get affected by someone falling over and I'm watching them on a TV and I see them fall over and they graze their knee. Or if I'm watching it on a TikTok video, for example, I see someone that falls over heavily. I feel their pain. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but like, that's the level of sensitivity that I have. And what does that show? That shows the power of the mind, because you're actually watching something, and in your mind, it's that feeling of what it would feel like if you were falling down. So yeah, when I take people through these transformational exercises at my events, I also get emotional. It's not about me just standing there and not feeling anything. I feel everything. And that's, I think, one part of, people would call themselves an empath, for example. It's like I take on people's energy. And so that's probably one of the reasons why I'm very conscious and careful of who I surround myself with, because everything is energy and you have to decide, kind of decipher, who's got good energy, who's got healthy energy, who do I want to be close to? Because if you're around the wrong energy, around the wrong people, you're around pessimistic or negative or toxic people or people that are really hurt, eventually you will take on their energy, and it goes vice versa. It's energy vampires. They will take your energy. So yeah, it's very, very, very important for you to be aware of who you're surrounded by. But in regards to the event, that's why it's very empowering, because you're around people that have consciously invested in themselves. They've said, yes, I want to grow. Yes, I want to heal. Yes, I want to be better. Yes, I want to be the best version of myself. Yes, I want to unlock my greatness. Yes, I want to join an event. And when you make those decisions, everything changes in your life, So I can't wait for it. It's going to be amazing. 2nd of November, guys. If you don't have your tickets yet, get them. Take action. This event is going to change your life. If you want more inner peace, then all you need to do is take action, get yourself a ticket. Okay, because that's what's going to happen when you come to unlock your greatness. And I can't wait to meet you guys in person and dance as well, because that's what I do. I know a lot of people are just like thinking about the event in terms of like, what is going to be the structure of it or how is it going to work? And I'm like, man, we're just going to have a party. I'm bringing people together so we can dance and we can boogie. If you're watching this on Spotify, then you can see me because you got video. But if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, or if you're listening on iHeartRadio or Amazon Music or Audible, wherever you're listening to the podcast and it's just audio, I just want you to take a moment and I want you to imagine I'm sitting here in my office, in my studio. I'm on the podcast and I'm vibing. I got my hands in the air and I'm like, yeah, come on. This event is going to change your life. I'm freaking so excited to do this shit, man. Such a blessing. I feel so grateful to be alive. I feel so grateful that I can see colors. Like, when was the last time that you were grateful that you're breathing? When was the last time that you were grateful that you can hear? When was the last time that you're grateful that you have hands that you can type or that you can write or that you can pick things up? We don't realize how blessed we are to have fingers. If one of your fingers was cut off, I bet your hands wouldn't work the same. And I'm so grateful for technology, man. Like, the fact that we can communicate, that I can connect with you guys, that I can use these platforms to connect. Wow. That's amazing. I'm so grateful I can call my family in Australia. I'm in Poland by myself. I'm so grateful when I get up, I have a coffee machine. I can make myself a coffee and I call my freaking sisters that I work with and we talk about business and we talk about our clients and we talk about what improvements need to be made and we talk about the family. And I'm just so grateful that that WhatsApp works, like that we have these apps that we can use to ring. Like, 30 years ago, this was not even real. And the thing is, what happens is we get so used to all of this technology and we just don't even realize how amazing it is. Like, it's incredible that you guys can see me. Some of you guys are watching on social media. Some of you guys are watching on YouTube, that you're in your freaking house or your car or your bed or your office and you're looking at some freaking glass, and through the glass there's a freaking moving person with his hands in the air. What the yeah, man. We are numb. We are too numb to this technology that we have gotten used to, instead of like realizing how amazing, we get, and then we take things for granted, like our family or our relationships or our friends, because we're so used to being with them or seeing them and all this. And then we fight over dumb shit. We argue over stupid shit instead of just being grateful, because we get so comfortable with what we have and then we always want more and we forget about the good things, the things that do work. We're always looking at the things that aren't working and we forget. I bet you could write a list of things that do work in your life. So where focus goes, energy flows. And many of us just are not focused on what's truly, truly valuable in life. And hence why we don't feel good. Hence why, again, I tell you, man, it's all about your mindset. I mean, I can't wait to teach you guys more about this stuff in London at the event, but this is like why I'm so peaceful, like why I'm so happy. Like, I focus on everything that I have, not sitting here complaining and living in lack and living in, I don't have this, or I'm only going to be happy when I achieve this. That's chasing the tail of like just, until you get that, then you'll be happy. Until you achieve this, then you'll be happy. And then when you get that, you'll be like, okay, great. So, and this is what I'm saying, guys, you get numb and comfortable to what you have, and then you're never satisfied. You always want more. You're always freaking like looking at the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And it's just like, man, like, I'm so grateful that today I was on a call with a new client of mine and I was able to use this pen. This pen is what I use when I get on a call with someone and I draw out this exercise and this map of people's identifying where they're being blocked and limited in their life, so that I can then create a transformational plan of action. And I use this pen to draw on the screen when I'm on Zoom with someone. and I share the screen and they can see what I'm drawing. Wow, that's incredible. Like, I'm using a pen to draw on the computer screen, and then it shows people where there's work to do in their life, and then they look at it and they see the work that needs to be done, and it becomes clearer for them, and then I show them the roadmap so they can change their life. Wow, that's incredible. This is the pen that I use, and then I just pop it here on my laptop and it sticks there with a magnet. Wow. It's even got a magnet that it can stick to the laptop so I don't lose it. Wow. I know you're like, all right, Luke, get over it. Get over it. Get over it. I'm just saying, man, like, these are the little things. Like, for example, I was thinking, I got this sticky tape, right? Masking tape, whatever you want to call it, because today I had this idea, right? I was going to create some content, and I was going to take the car and I was going to drive into the forest. I was going to create some content. So what was I thinking? I was like, I'm going to get my tripod. This is my tripod, right? And I was going to stick it on the front of the car, and I was going to get this and I was going to stick it onto the bonnet. But I'm just saying, like, who invented this? Like, if you want to be grateful, like, be grateful for who invented this sticky tape, that someone said, well, we need to invent something that someone can stick onto the car so they can do videos and make content. I'm so grateful for this sticky tape. I haven't used it yet, but soon I will. I'm so grateful for someone thinking, hey, why don't we create this stick so that people can go and put their phone on it and then they can create content. Honestly, man, practice gratitude, ladies and gentlemen. You get the point, all right? I'm not going to harp on for it for the next 45 minutes, but I think you get the message that we don't focus enough on what we do have. We're always focusing on what we don't have. I don't have this and I don't have that, and I'm not where I want to be, and this and that. And it's like, man, I bet you there's things that I can find in your life to be grateful for. And slowly, eventually you'll get to where you need to be if you keep listening to this podcast. I was saying to this, I'll repeat myself for what I said on Facebook. I said, if you guys are smart, you will stay close to me. Okay? And I'm not saying this with an ego or like I'm the best, I'm the shit, because the truth is you're going to leave when you want to leave. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just here to be myself, to shine my light as bright as possible. And whether you're able to receive it and feed off the energy, great. Maybe you'll get to a point in 6 months where you go, you know what? I'm not really vibing with Luke Mindpower anymore. I think he just pisses me off, or he swears too much, or I'm just not vibing with him anymore. I don't like the way he dances, or I don't like what he says. I used to like him, but I don't like him anymore. That's fine. Move the f*** on. You know what I mean? No one's forcing you to stay. This is about your life and about what resonates with you and about what makes sense to you. And if I make sense to you right now, stay close, because I'm only going to empower you. I'm only going to inspire you. I'm only going to get you to change your mindset. I'm only going to help you to transform your life. I'm only going to help you to be yourself more as you witness me being myself. And that's what happens when you start to be yourself more. You give other people permission to be themselves. That's where your freedom is, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and so it's giving yourself permission to shine, giving yourself permission to be you, giving yourself permission to speak your truth, giving yourself permission to stand up for yourself, giving yourself permission to express your feelings, express your emotions, and talk about what it is that's really happening within yourself, giving yourself permission to remove any toxic or negative people that are not healthy for you, giving yourself permission to respect yourself. How much more permission do we have to give to ourselves for you to live your best life? So I'm just here giving myself permission to expand my consciousness, to have this constant journey of awakening and soul expansion as I keep growing, as I keep moving forward, as I keep rising higher. I'm not here to stay the same. I haven't stayed the same since 2018 when I said one thing that changed my whole life. I said, I'm moving to Poland. 6.5 years later, I built enough of my business where I can travel around the world. I can live from wherever I want. And I chose to come to Poland, which was 6 years later. Someone could have said, oh, Luke, it's already 6 years. Don't worry about Poland. And I'm like, yeah, but that was my dream. So I made it come true. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm going to be here forever, but I'm here now. And I worked towards it, and I believed in it, and it's something that I wanted. And when you want something, you go and you get it. You don't think about it and go, oh, it's unreachable. I don't think I can do it. It's not going to work for me. People don't think I can achieve it. And then you go, oh, well, I won't focus on it then. I won't try and get it then. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, whatever your goal is, whatever you're trying to work towards, it doesn't matter that it takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years. You keep going until it comes into physical form, until you have it in your hand, until it manifests for you. You keep going no matter what. You don't sit there after 3 years of investing in yourself or taking action, and because your business isn't successful, you don't have what you want yet. You go, oh, well, it's working for other people, but it's not working for me. Remember that everybody has a different timeline. Everybody is in a different lane. Stay in your lane, man. Stop going behind other people, copying other people, comparing yourself to other people, trying to look at what other people are doing. Sure, success leaves clues, ladies and gentlemen. You can learn from me. You can learn from other people. You can learn and see what's working. Success leaves clues. Don't get it twisted. I ain't being ignorant. I'm just saying, don't get stuck behind someone that isn't going where you're going. Like the saying goes, don't take advice from people who don't have what you want. Don't take advice from people who haven't been where you want to go. Get around people who inspire you, who uplift you, who empower you, who remind you of the greatness that you have within yourself, even if you haven't discovered it yet. That's the kind of people you want to be around. And if you don't have those kind of people in your life, guess what you got to do? You got to be with yourself. You got to make yourself great. You got to spend time with yourself. You got to show up for yourself. You got to be with yourself. You got to get used to enjoying your own company. Don't get scared in your brain, because your mind's going to be scared, because if you haven't spent time with you, well, then naturally what's going to happen is your mind is going to go, I'm afraid. I've never been alone. I've never been with myself. Well, it's time for you to spend some time with yourself then. It's time for you to be able to be the one that actually creates that within yourself of like, oh my gosh, I've gotten to a place now because I've been with myself long enough. I've experienced a bit of solitude where I've gotten to know me now, and now I actually enjoy my own company. Now I'm not afraid to be with me. And I've mentioned this on many podcasts in the past. There's a really powerful question. You have to spend the rest of your life with yourself. You are the most important person in your life. No one can live your life for you. No one's going to achieve for you. No one's going to get the results for you. You have to show up for you. But the truth is, this is a beautiful question. I want you to ponder on it right now. If you have to, you live with you. You live in your vessel, your meat suitcase, right? You have to live with you for the rest of your life. I mean, why would you be afraid of yourself? Doesn't that sound stupid? Oh, I'm afraid of me. That sounds dumb. I'm afraid of being with me. It's not necessarily that you're afraid of being with you. It's that you haven't spent enough time with you. It's that your brain is malfunctioning, basically. Your subconscious brain has been tormented with toxic, negative, destructive bullshit, comments, abuse, bullying, crap. And that's what your brain is full of. And so because it's full of that, you've lost yourself and you don't even know who you are. So it's not about you, it's just your mind. So if you can come to this awareness of realizing that, wow, okay, so if my mind and my brain and I'm working from memory, I'm working from the stories, I'm working from all the rumination, which has become my subconscious programming, which is just full of these neural pathways and networks that have been developed into someone who I'm not. And now I'm afraid of being with myself, which is absurd. It's ridiculous. I'm afraid of being with me. It's not even you. It's your past. It's your brain. It's how your brain is wired. And so if it can be like that, I want you to really ponder on the possibility that maybe it's time for you to program yourself back to your greatness, back to who you want to be, back to how you want to feel, back to who you want to become. You're the one that's in control. You have the power to transform your life. London, ladies and gentlemen, 2nd of November, Unlock Your Greatness Live Conference. I'm going to be there. It is my event, if you haven't heard. And the link in the description below on YouTube, you can buy your tickets, get some virtual tickets if you're joining virtually. If you want to join us in person, the tickets are waiting for you to purchase. 2nd of November, I can't wait to see you all there. It's going to be an extraordinary day, full of positivity, full of what you just listened to right now. And the thing is, when you come to my event, it's different energy. Like, you can feel this energy here on the podcast, but when it's in person, something else is going to change in your soul. And I can't wait to help you to unlock your greatness, for you to heal, for you to grow, for you to live your best life, because you're going to walk out of that event and you're going to say, that was the best event I've ever been to. That's my expectations, and I don't even have a doubt in my mind that that's what everyone that comes in person is going to say, and everyone who watches virtually is going to go, that was the best virtual live conference event that I have been to, better than Tony Robbins. Even though I love Tony Robbins, I love his work, I'm just saying, this is not going to disappoint you. It's going to uplift you. So get your tickets. Click the link in the description below. I can't wait to see you guys in London. And of course, I'll see you on the next episode of the Luke Mind Power podcast. I'm sending you so much love, guys. Don't give up on yourself. I will see you soon. Keep going. I believe in you.